When I was a kid, all I wanted in life were three things. Astro A40s, a SCUF controller, and a shit ton of G Fuel. And as a kid, I had none of those things. I didn't have any of them. Mostly because two of them were really expensive and my parents thought the other one was meth. But why? Why could I possibly just want these three things when I was growing up? It's because I was a gamer. And you can be a gamer too. Fuck. Now, I'm gonna break this extremely important topic down into just two categories that I think really hold all the answers on what it means to be a real gamer. And what does a real gamer do best? Oh my god, what the fuck? No, it's gaming. There is no gamer without gaming. Now you can play a game, that does not mean you're gaming. Your mum, Candy Crush after work? She's not gaming. She is not a gamer. You want to be a real gamer? I got two words for you. Quick scope. When I was like 12, FaZe was a core pillar of my life. I kept tabs on them like the FBI. I was actually obsessed. Because as far as I was concerned, they were real gamers. You can't just start spinning off shit, no scoping people, and not be a licensed gamer. It doesn't make sense. With this in mind, I wanted the first stop of our journey on becoming a true gamer, really channeling that gaming energy, to be on, in my opinion, the best Call of Duty ever made. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now this is the home of trick shots, arguments, custom emblems. Yeah, don't ask me why I got banned from making them. I was just a kid, I swear. So we're gonna get our DMR, we're gonna fuel up, and we're gonna game. Well, we were gonna game. I don't have the disc. I don't have the fucking disc. Still, it wouldn't be a problem if Black Ops 2 wasn't a $100 piece of malware. Don't buy this fucking game on Steam. I mean, I would say we've got the next best thing, but it actually... I don't think it could get any worse. This is worst case scenario. Why does it look like this? Now, despite some interferences, I'm walling. I'd say we were kind of gaming. Besides the arguments and the questionable expressive decisions, I'd say we were ticking every box. But there was still just one thing missing. Until this happened. What's this shit? Oh! Oh, I've killed him. That was crazy. Right, for a moment, that was actually like the coolest thing I'd ever done in my life. Like, I was sweating, I was so excited, I couldn't think anymore. I mean, I'm pretty sure I started changing color. That was crazy. Crazy moments. You know what else is crazy? Somehow convincing your parents to buy you GTA when you were like 13. A game you definitely should not have had.
Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
I've never seen such a collaboration like it though. YouTube was littered with these videos that were like, show this to your parents so they'll buy you GTA. And it's just videos about how it's super PG and you hang out with your friends and you play with cars and, you know, missing out everything the game is actually about. But this is when gamers banded together for the sake of gaming. I remember playing that game and nothing was more gamer than supporting a certain business in that world and having to treat hiding your screen when someone came into your room like a QuickTime event. You were gaming in the game and you were gaming in real life. Where does it stop? I mean, it was either you hit that QuickTime event or your Xbox was turned to a memory. There is no in between. Maybe you don't want to argue with middle-aged men or hang out in a virtual strip club to become a gamer. That's fine, I guess. Do you know what else a gamer does? A gamer grinds. Oh, it's gonna take 6 million hours of non-stop playing so I can get this funky little skin for my gun? Sure, that seems normal. Gamer. I think for a lot of different people, grinding can mean a whole bunch of different things. I think one of the more iconic grinds that come to mind is the Call of Duty camo grinds. Chasing dark matter or diamond, sinking fucking hours upon hours into using the same weapon, getting a shit ton of kills with it, and then just rinse and repeating the process with every gun in the game. It sounds mental, it looks like gaming. Gamer. But as a kid, I was never really drawn to the camo grinds like others. For me, as a 10-year-old child, the only thing that mattered to me was getting this fucking helmet in Halo Reach. Bruh. I actually do have the disc. I didn't think I had it. Oh no. The amount of time I spent playing this game as a child, I basically had a full-time job after school. Yet despite my early employments, I never got there. I was looking at these forums from 2011 that were talking about reaching max rank, and apparently, even if you put in like a full shift every day on this game, it would still take you nearly half a year to get there. I played the shit out of this game. I never got there. What? But it didn't matter because I wanted that helmet so bad. When someone joined your lobby and they were max rank with all the armor and they had the helmet, it's like you were in a game with royalty. Their sheer presence alone sent ripples through time. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they invented Aura. They were there before Aura was a thing. Max rank was so fucking cool when I was a kid. Doesn't matter if they didn't have a real life, they looked cool, and that's all that actually mattered. But why? Why would a gamer care about that? Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have used this as like a little bit to segue into talking about culture. If you want to be a gamer, you have got to get amongst the culture. Are you having your 5 a day? Did you send that voice message that would definitely ruin your life? Yeah.
So yeah, you're gay.
The range of culture in gaming is so far and wide. Like, I feel like you can tell who grew up on Animal Crossing and who grew up on non-stop camo grinds. I mean, I'm not saying one is right or wrong. They are both fully a part of this culture. It's just there's signs. You know, speaking of growing up with one thing or another, it reminds me. It reminds me of a great battle stretched across decades of relentless back and forth and strike after strike. It reminds me of the wars. The console wars! It kind of like doesn't exist anymore, but there's some shit happening. There's some shit happening. And if CW2 is right around the corner, then you must sell your soul to a console. Like, in the past, Nintendo was there for a bit, but our two main protagonists were the PlayStation and the Xbox. My youth was mainly spent defending the great Xbox name. The badge of honor I held for that console, like, once you put a game like Halo in front of me, what do you expect me to do? Like, of course I will fight for you, my liege. You gotta pick a side and leave no voice message unsent, no party left kicked from. The opposition announces a new game? Boo, yuck. Your console releases a new game? Yay, woo. I fucking love Crackdown. It's kind of like how Batman needs his Joker. If there was no Xbox, there'd probably be no console wars, there'd be no Crackdown, and there'd probably be no Halo. Maybe, I don't know. You know, without Halo, we would have never seen Red vs. Blue. I actually remember a kid I used to go to school with snapping his headphones in a fit of rage, and Red vs. Blue started blaring out of his Chromebook or whatever he was watching it on. And despite not feeling 100% comfortable in that environment, I still remember thinking, that's Red vs. Blue. I watch that. I don't feel safe, but I watch that. It's crazy how something so simple, like a video game, could inspire a few dudes to get together and make some silly videos and have it grow into something massive, like culturally huge when it comes to gaming. That's not the only masterpiece that was born on the internet from video games. There's a whole array of bullshit was happening out there. Do you know a guy called Leroy? I do.
Alright, thumbs up. Ready, guys? Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
What about doors? Have you ever had an issue with a door? Cause I know a guy.
Cheat on your man, homie. I tried to sneak through the door, man. Can't make it. The shit's stuck. Out my way, son! Door stuck!
The community and the culture that has been created from video games is something everyone should be crying about. It's beautiful. It was my childhood. The more gaming you do, the more in the culture you will be. And the more you're in the culture, you could only be seconds away from having your own clip. Cement your legend as a gamer until the end of time. It's a big commitment becoming a gamer, but if you really dedicate yourself to the craft, get into a few game chat arguments, drink only shit, and start spinning off things every day. Hell, dress up as your favorite character while you're at it. That's a wormhole of culture for a whole nother day. If you can do all of that, I think you'll be just fine, kid. Let me know, is there anything you want to see? Perhaps I could violate another one of your favorite characters. Regardless, thank you for watching, and we'll just do it all again soon.